You can start.
Okay, this is one. Anton Chekhov had two great loves, medicine and literature, and both were represented in his book by Dmitri Dmitrich's wife and Anna Sergeyevna. So what do you think, guys?
Um, I agree. I really agree with this because, like you said, his medicine and literature were represented in his books by his wife and his lover. So to me, it's totally like accurate because he was limited by being by the medicine with medicine. So in that case, medicine would be his wife. Like and like it said in the book, like was pretty colorless because he had all this time with his love with his wife. So to the point that he finally found a new adventure, which was literature or his lover. So I think that it really related to his own life.
Okay, what about you, Michelle?
Well, I not agree because if you take a look of the author's life, he had to work when he was very young because his family, his father had an enterprise, and they have a lack of money. They were going into money troubles, and so he had to work, and he got a job writing comics. So in a way, he had to develop that part, but because of a necessity.
Yeah.
Not because of he considered literature like his mistress, and then he considered his wife as his career medicine as his wife. So I think that if he chose medicine, it's because he loved that area and he wanted to be involved. So I don't think that what is said here, that literature is his mistress. It was just
Okay. Well, I agree with the thesis, and of course I agree with Andres because, well, according to the life of the author, Anton Chekhov, yeah, I get your point that he was involved in the medicine, but according to his life, he was bored of medicine. So he tried to find another way to develop her creativity, develop her life in different ways. So through literature, he discovered a way to develop a complete new world in where they can use their skill in a different way to create a romance with another man. So he developed a romance with literature, forgetting sometimes medicine. So I think that yes, medicine is his wife and literature his mistress, and also according to the context and also his life, he was married 40, so very very old.
Yeah, he married at age of 40. So in a way you related when Dimitris was born and he went to Jalta and he met this. So you think that Dimitri is a representation of Anton, and then you say that
Yes,
Anna.
because in the context of the book, Dimitri was really bored with his life, and he also need to. I'm not sure it's a need, but he wants adventure, and one of the adventure was have a mistress.
I mean, literature was like an escaper. So just like in the book, he was all this year married, and he was like, okay, what do I do now? I mean, he was not, he didn't have a purpose of his life until he met his mistress. Everything changed, and he started to, know a new world where he just like literature. So I think that it's pretty much related in every context.
So okay, yeah, I see your points, guys.
Yeah, and also we have to remember that Anton didn't develop the story itself.
No, he didn't do it.
No, he developed like the sentimental part. So he tried to, how I can say it, he tried to express himself through the books, because in medicine it's just like an impersonal treatment with the person, because we need to discover what happened with him. But in literature, we have the opportunity to discover what happened with me, because we can say what happened with me in that moment through literature.
You know, I'm changing my mind, because when I read the book, well, yes, you can see a big range of like poetic language and the linguistic context. So he really had this poetic side of him, and yeah, he could have been a really good doctor, perhaps, but yeah, he also may consider poet, like writing, like to be his secret, like
Yeah.
because at that age, it was not like really known for everybody to write and be famous. It was like a really high part of the story, right? The era. Like.
Yeah, I think that he has a really particular style. Like, he doesn't give you a time sequence. So he starts, as you can see there, he didn't start from the beginning.
No.
He starts from a different timeline.
Mm.
So that's a style that gives you your imagination a part of it. So you can imagine what could happen or what happened next after that book. So that's a really entertainment that I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, and also in one part of the book, we can see and notice, of course, that Dimitri was apart from Anna. So I imagine that, like, when he was a part of medicine, and take a look of the literature, and then he came back to medicine, and then he came back to literature, exactly like was Dimitri with Anna.
Yeah, you're right. Because we also read, I don't remember where exactly, but the author Anton was in Jalta. Jalta was actually existed. It still exists, and he was there. I'm not so sure if he met his wife there or before.
I don't think that it was there, and then he was like, I'm not sure it was a fight, but for some reason he was apart from Ola, like the name of his wife.
Yeah, Olga, and then perhaps he created the history there. It was like a real period of his life, and he developed through his writing skills. So yeah, I think that you're right. You know, like he considered literature as being like his mistress, like his secret passion, perhaps. Yeah.
And also, as we take in account that he usually wrote at his bed like controversial topics. So maybe he wanted to relate like this controversial topic with his own life, like medicine, literature, and with Anna.
Yeah, because it is said that he likes to write depth issues of human nature, like go into passion, into how do you call this, when you cheat your
deceiving between
two lovers, who are married but they love each other, and he developed. Yeah, he was a great writer. Actually, yeah. So I agree with you guys in the end.
You see, so we have an agreement here.
Thank you very